Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I watched a good Mississippi State baseball game yesterday. It ended with a walk-off grand slam, more or less, but pretty cool game. But anyway, they're playing, it was Tulane. They're playing Tulane again today. Now, I do need to let you know, I have a very important announcement about a change on this channel. I'm making the announcement today. It's very important. I'll get to it in a minute. Okay. Hey, Seiko Carmona sent me this. I thought this was hilarious. So my daughter tells me that you're a Bitcoiner. Is that right? And then the guy, this actually happened to me, by the way, not too long ago, but it didn't end like this. But so my daughter tells me that you're a Bitcoiner. Is that right? Actually, sir, I'm all in on XRP. And the guy says, you have 10 seconds to get the F out of my house. That's about right. You're not allowed to speak of XRP and with these guys. Anyway, DJ Peter Voss sent me this. This chart was something I could not look away from. This person says, I'm sure it's fine. This is the U.S. national debt from 1900 to 2020. And this is what it looks like. Look at where we were in 2000 and look at where it is now. That is unfreaking believable. And listen, make no mistake, this can and will never be paid off. I believe that they are literally right now conducting a managed bankruptcy of the United States. That's what I believe. Okay. And I believe it has everything to do with digital assets too. CSMate 144K sent me this. This was a good thread that I forwarded and replied to. This is a guy who's not an XRP guy, but he's talking about the things he just doesn't understand, why people attack XRP so much. And I told him it's because they fear XRP. If Bitcoin ever loses the top spot, it's over for Bitcoin. XRP is the one to flip it, and they know it. Therefore, it's relentlessly attacked. Look, the only people that get attacked are the ones that are up above, and the people attacking them to try to bring them down. Shoot, that's a story of my life. But watch this. His name's Stefan Huber, and listen to this. I would like to learn more about the cryptocurrency XRP. It strikes me that Ripple XRP is an absolute no-go for a lot of people, to which they react extremely emotionally and irrationally. Why is that so? I understand that the company, with its partnerships with banks, seems to contradict the basic idea of blockchain revolution at first glance. I can also understand that some people are bothered by the decrease of the value of the coin because they've made losses with it. But let's leave these subjective opinions and experiences aside. Why should XRP be a scam and have no potential? Google Ventures and other notable players are behind Ripple. True. No other company has comparable network. True. The energy efficiency of the system fits like a glove with the Biden administration. True. Ripple's goals are aimed at a regulated market which will come sooner or later like no other company. True. This is exactly why the XRP price suffers, especially from the ongoing investigations, even in the last years. True. And listen, make no mistake, all these attacks, including government agency attacks, make no mistake, folks, that's not a coincidence either. There's some very powerful people that were early Bitcoin people, and make no mistake, there's a reason that Ripple is the one being sued by the SEC, and it's not Dogcoin or any of these that don't matter. It's because it's the real threat. All right. And then he says their business model relies on regulation. After an SEC settlement, not only will institutional interest drive the price of XRP, the short-term FOMO will drive the price to irrational heights. 7 is the case by the SEC extremely weak. Ripple currently has a much stronger arguments, in my opinion. True. The U.S. government has the utmost interest in strengthening an American player like Ripple. True, which plays such a significant role in Asia, the most important market of the future, and even expand its influence in the future. Why is everyone so negative? There are mistakes in my logic, and why are there's so many esoterics and conspiracy theorists and all this. So anyway, so my response to him is because they fear XRP. In fact, if Bitcoin ever loses the top spot, it's over. And they all know all of the problems with Bitcoin, by the way. And another point he made in there is that when this thing gets settled, institutions will come in. Let me tell you what else, and I'll talk about it later in this video. Here's what else is going to happen with institutions. All these institutions, these companies that are buying, these public companies that have shareholders that are buying Bitcoin for their treasuries, at some point they're going to face shareholder activism. Any of these proof of work coins where they're buying them for their treasury, their shareholders are going to start asking questions about the energy consumption and why they're buying something that is not good for the climate. Why these companies are buying things like that. Write it down. And that's why they will start buying instead things that don't hurt the economy. XRP. Okay, so here Crypto Dim sent me this. Now this is great, folks. So Raoul Pal, who was an ex-Goldman Sachs guy, he has a YouTube channel and he has a whole media company. But anyway, very smart guy. Just like a lot of them, he walks through the digital asset door because he had heard of Bitcoin, and he starts by talking about Bitcoin. Well, this guy recently starts scratching his head, and he's seeing all the DeFi stuff, and he's seeing what's really going on, and he's starting to realize that Bitcoin was never the one, like I keep telling you. So he tweets this out, I guess what's today's date? Last night. So it's Saturday night. I want to ask Bitcoin Twitter a question. You are generally libertarians in philosophy, right? And I am the founder of a media platform that encourages free speech. But I book someone who is not a Bitcoiner. You are in outrage, huh? What the F, people? Then this guy gives some half-baked response. And then Raoul Pal makes the comment, which is, of course, but who makes them the arbiter of the truth? Therein lies the conundrum. Now this hits home with me because as a YouTuber and just having a channel like this, I cannot even count the number of times that someone who, it's multiple people, but someone who basically proclaims to the world that they're the arbiter of the truth and the arbiter of what's right and wrong, and they're supposed to tell me what I can and can't say. I've always thought it was completely and utterly absurd and ridiculous, and for me, I would be embarrassed to even try to tell somebody else what they should and shouldn't be saying or could say. To me, that's just, we're in the United States of America here, but the world itself, this is a global internet. The idea of trying to suppress what people say is pathetic. I want to hear everybody. I think everybody's got something to bring to the table, but in that spirit, folks, and also there's certain topics that supposedly we're not allowed to talk about, that I talk about anyway because this is my channel. But there's certain things we're not allowed to say. If someone makes a prediction, that's evil. Even though if someone does what some people, the crypto police, would consider hype, that you're not supposed to be allowed to do this. So in this spirit, what I did, this idea came to me from the sky. In that spirit, I decided to go onto Amazon.com and order myself a hype button. This way, I can give plenty of warning on this channel going forward. Anytime that I'm going to say anything that might be perceived as hype, because God forbid we do not want to say anything that nobody out there wants us to say. That would be horrible. Free speech, oof, that's scary concept. So from now on, anytime that I even talk about XRP going up, or anybody makes a prediction that I talk about, or anything I'm not supposed to talk about according to social media, such as if I talk about quantum computing, or if I talk about how I think that the XRP ledger is going to have nodes on satellites, any of these voodoo topics that some people don't want me to talk about, I will be hitting this hype button as a warning. And now I'm going to introduce to you all the way this sounds. I don't have my physical button yet. I'm going to actually have a physical hype button beside my microphone as a warning that I'm going to say things that could offend, or could predict, or could offend people who think they're right and I'm wrong about something. I will push the hype button to warn you that one of those moments is coming. Here it is. That's the button. That's the actual one that I ordered off of Amazon. So from now on, you can expect that. I think it's only fair to my audience. Okay, now Jeremy Hogan that I talked about yesterday, I finished my video yesterday and I realized I was talking about how impressed I was with Jeremy Hogan, and I forgot to play the freaking clip that I had already planned to play from his video. So I'm going to play it today. But he said this right here I wanted to draw your attention to. This guy says, you analyzed the case as if Judge Torres was hearing the case. This case is going to a jury. No, he says, I don't think the Ripple case will make it to a jury. 75 to 80% confidence this case is over at summary judgment. Okay, and here's the clip. In the video yesterday, he was talking about the judge, and he was basically talking about how judges and their personality and what type of judge they are and what type of person they are has a great effect on outcomes of cases. And he was talking positively about the Judge Torres in this case. So I wanted you to hear a little bit of what he says.
What that tells me is that this judge is curious, wants to get at the truth of a situation, and is willing to think outside the box. Now, this jives with the fact that she's already up to speed enough to understand the nuance between a digital asset and a cryptocurrency in the legal context. But perhaps most important, I really see a humanity in this judge from what she did while visiting that prison and to some other of her other opinions. And that is an attribute you want to see when you are arguing promissory estoppel, fair notice, any equitable defense really. And I'm sure that Ripple has done their research, knows all about this judge, and are tailoring their arguments to show her how a security designation at this juncture will harm thousands and thousands of XRP holders. Now that is the key to me. This judge needs to understand that this case is not only about Ripple, the company, or about multimillionaire company CEOs, but about the potential devastating impact an adverse ruling would have on tens of thousands of people who are and have been holders of XRP for years. Some who have put their life savings literally into XRP. And if Ripple can get the judge to understand that, I think we have a judge who is willing to get past the Howey test and get to the truth of the matter. And that, I think, is how you win this case. Thanks.
All right. So, as usual, this guy's doing a great job. Okay. I wanted to show you this. This is Brad Garlinghouse. This Crypto Bull 2020 found this clip. It's a clip from a year or two where Brad Garlinghouse specifically addresses the XRP security issue in an interview he did. So listen to this.
Over Ripple right now, a group of people are saying that XRP and Ripple are sort of tied together, and that XRP could be considered an unregistered security. What would you say to them?
Well, it's pending litigation, so I'll probably be a little bit, muted on the topic. Suffice it to say, we don't think it has merit. These are people who didn't buy XRP from us. We also don't believe XRP is a security. I think, one of the poignant arguments in my point of view is, if I went back to the office and said to the team at Ripple, hey, we're shutting down, XRP trades on 130, 140 exchanges around the world. XRP would keep trading. So you're like, wait a minute. Okay, so it's a security of what?
Exactly.
Not a security of Ripple. It doesn't give you the rights to dividends or ownership of Ripple, the company. We have shareholders of Ripple, right? We raised a Series A financing, a Series B financing. And we own a lot of XRP, but they're two separate things.
At the same time, we've seen recently Block One had the hammer come down on them from regulators. They were basically said that they were selling an unregistered security.
$524 million just.
It's interesting you call that a hammer. They raised $4 billion and they.
Yeah, it's a light hammer. It's a light hammer.
You and I have a different judgment of what a hammer is.
Maybe it's a fly
Toy
swatter.
hammer.
Either way, so what's the difference between Block One and their token EOS versus what you guys are working on?
Well, I think one really important distinction is the XRP ledger existed before Ripple, the company. You can, it's a public blockchain. You can go back and see kind of transactions 0, 1, 2, 3. You can see when Ripple was incorporated in the Secretary of State in California. Ripple didn't create the XRP ledger. The XRP ledger had utility prior to Ripple's existence. Certainly we are an interested party in the success of the XRP ledger, for sure. We own a lot of XRP. But it's a little bit like saying, Exxon owns a lot of oil. That doesn't make oil a security. Exxon's clearly interested in how to, we can argue about the health of the, I'm not here to debate carbon emissions.
Climate crisis, you want to get into that?
This is the example I wanted to choose here, but suffice it to say.
Okay, there's that. Now, let me give you a warning here. Not a warning, but I wanted to mention, I'm about to show you something that's coming that's really, really cool. So stay tuned. You're going to want to watch to the end because I'm going to show you something really cool that's about to happen. Okay, now before I go into this, let's practice. I don't have my button yet, but we need to practice. What I'm about to do is I'm going to talk, well, a lot of people would say it's talking bad about Bitcoin, but it's actually telling the truth about Bitcoin. And so sometimes people don't want me to tell the truth on here, so I must warn you. I'm about to tell the truth about Bitcoin, but people don't like it. So here we go. This came out today, or this was tweeted out yesterday. Bitcoin's bubble is set to burst as energy use soars. Time to cash out, Elon Musk. Come on, you know the game's up. Anyway, I'm not saying that Bitcoin's gonna crash, but I am saying that this energy thing, I believe, is going to become an issue. Here's an article. This is from the BBC. How Bitcoin's vast energy use could burst its bubble. It's a whole article about. So here you got Elon Musk, whose companies are all about climate and doing the right thing as far as climate change. And here his company is investing in Bitcoin, which is an energy waster big time. And then you got this article I saw today. Financial Times, shareholders push SEC for tougher climate regime for U.S. And then, let me see, I didn't miss anything. So then you got, and this is the article on that. So I just put up this little reminder, XRP consumes less energy than Ethereum and Bitcoin. Proof of work does not work, remember? And it also consumes a ton of energy. And this is what I think is coming for all these companies that are buying Bitcoin, any proof of work coin for their treasury, is that they're going to catch heat from their shareholders at some point. Shareholder activism is a real thing, and wait till these shareholder activists get a hold of that. Wait till that dog gets that bone, because then these companies, you will see these companies, and they won't stop investing in digital assets, but they will invest in the ones that are good for the climate, not the ones that are bad. And that is a big problem for Bitcoin and Ethereum proof of work. Okay, now to the exciting thing. This is what's coming, folks. I showed you this the other day. Vin. I believe these NFT tokens. I believe this is going to be a monster. I'm going to talk about it more into the next few weeks. But Vin tweeted this out. XRP Ledger Standard proposal calling on all XRPL devs for thoughts. Non-fungible tokens on the XRP Ledger. This is big. I've been talking about a lot of this. You may not have thought about it in these terms, but that's what it is NFTs. And that is unstoppable domains, okay? And here's what they're doing in the next, I think starting tomorrow. Well, sale starts March 2nd. So I think maybe that's Tuesday. But it's March 2nd at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Now, I'm about to show you what this is. what Unstoppable Domains has. And by the way, there's a link at the very top of the description and the comments that will be in this video as well. The videos, a lot of them for the next month. And the reason is this: these guys are doing this, I think, for March Madness, the whole month of March. Every week they're going to be releasing some of their premium domains for sale that have not been for sale ever. Okay, these are 3 of them, and I don't know if on March 2nd they're going to release more than these 3, but they told me that there's going to be a sports theme in the first go of these premium domains. You'll see that these are the only 3 they're showing right now, is sport.crypto, ski.crypto, run.crypto. And if you go down, they basically tell you everything. What can I use? What can I use my domain name for? Send and receive crypto with a human readable wallet address. Build your decentralized website or transfer your domain. You can transfer it to places to sell it if you want on the secondary market. Now, I wanted to bring to your attention, this is what's so exciting about this. And you can go, by the way, you can go ahead and go on there. You should go ahead and go on Unstoppable Domains and sign up. And you might start typing in names on there. You can do it right, like on the home page. Type in names like a .crypto address. If you've got some good ideas, you can do it right now. They're only $40 a piece. But these premiums you're going to have a shot at on March 2nd. So you need to go ahead and open your account to get ready. And let me show you. I've told you a lot of times on this channel, this is the second coming of .com, folks. But it's .com on steroids, because this is the internet of value, internet of money, versus that .com being the internet of information. But this is what happened with .com addresses, the most expensive domain names ever sold. Look at these. Top 10 domain names: business.com, 345 million. LasVegas.com, 90 million. CarInsurance.com, 49.7 million. Now, and this is still going on. These are the top domain sales of 2020. Bullish.com, 1,080,000. Engage.com, 803,000. So what I did is I decided to look up these that they're selling, the .coms of these, because GoDaddy has an appraisal section. So I looked up on the appraisal section that ski.com is estimated at over $25,000 value. Run.com is over $25,000 value, and sport.com is estimated at over $25,000. So everybody listening to my voice is going to get a shot at these and other premium domains. So you need to go ahead and go and open the account, which I've done. I've bought myself about 6 of these, and if I spot one of these premiums that I think is worth parking and buying as it's like buying real estate in the internet of values, the way I see it. But these are non-fungible tokens, meaning that they can't be duplicated. There will never be another sport.crypto, ski.crypto, or run.crypto. I'm a digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that Unstoppable Domains on March 2nd at 10 a.m. PST is going to start selling premium domains that have never been for sale before. Thanks for listening.